land where the ice cream grows. A story by Fulvio Testa, told by Burgess. Everybody said it was there, but where? They wouldn't say so. So when the three boys met a strange man in a cafe who said he's been to a land where ice cream grows wild and tells them how they can get there, they decide to undertake the journey by airship right away. Their logbook, accompanied by scientific photographs, recounts day by day the young explorers' daring and extraordinary adventures. So come along on Burgess's imaginative and fantastic journey to the surprising land where the ice cream grows. Jack and Tom and I were having dinner one day. There was a big, red-faced man sitting alone at the next table. He had just finished eating a steak as big as an elephant's ear. The waiter said to him, "Would you like some ice cream now, sir?" The man nearly exploded and said, "Ice cream? I don't want to see ice cream ever again." Naturally, we pricked up our ears at this, and we spoke to him. He told us about the land where the ice cream grows and how to find it. "But don't go in a plane," he said. "I had engine trouble and was stuck there 6 months. Go in a blimp. You can rent one for 523 pong-pings a month." And so that's what we did. Here we are within sight of the lovely mountains of chocolate, vanilla, and pistachio. And as you can see, I kept a diary of our expedition. Munch day. The cold mouth of evening was beginning to settle on the mountain tops. The night fell, blue-black and like a great deep freeze, and we sailed on looking for a level plain to land. We had both our searchlights probing like tongues, and soon we found ourselves in an ice cream desert, and with ice cream cones sticking up like ancient monuments. Were they monuments? Did people live here? And if so, what did they live on? There was no sign of a tunlick or the scoop of a great spoon anywhere. Tuesday. At dawn we tied our ship to an ice cream cone. The cone was very well made, but who had made it? Tom just said it just grew like a plant. The first thing we did to test the quality of the ice cream under our feet. It was very good and natural and nothing synthetic about it at all, and the taste of vanilla with a faint glow of blueberry. Jack began to work out how much ice cream there was, but how deep down did it go? There must surely be enough here to feed the whole world. Weather's Day. Here I am having my photograph taken. Jack is writing down the number of monster ice cream cones that are all around us. I'm standing by the biggest, and you can see what the 3 flavors are, but none of us was able to get up there and taste them. You'll notice that we have to wear dark goggles because of the glare. Then Jack said, "There must be somebody here big enough to eat those cones. A neighborhood giant, say?" He went on, "We'll have to start looking for signs of people or monsters. This is a scientific expedition, and we have to know everything." Tom and I nodded, but we didn't feel very brave. We found a cave, and outside it we saw all these cones with the ice cream licked out. "He must be very big," I said nervously. "It could be a she," said Jack. "There's nothing to be afraid of," said Tom. He probably doesn't have teeth, and he doesn't need teeth if he lives on ice cream." I said, He may have big claws, though, enough to scoop it all out of the cones." The monster must have heard us talking. Up he came from his hole, a big black thing yelling what sounded like "Gelato, gelato, gelato." "Must be Italian," said Jack as we stumbled away. "That's the Italian word for ice cream." "It's the only word he seems to know," said Tom. "Yes," I gasped. "That's because that's all there is to know. Come on, quick." "Spoons," said Tom. "He's a civilized monster. He uses spoons." "Oh, hurry up, please," I begged, "or we'll be in the spoons." Thaw's Day. Those are our footprints. We had just come to a kind of forest or a grove, all of ice lollipops. Who had planted those lollipop trees? Did they grow from lollipop seeds, or were they just pop-up lollipops? What a terrible waste to have all of these lovely lickable flavors and nobody or nothing around to eat them. It would have been pleasant to see big flocks of birds perched on the grassy lollipops pecking away, but the whole forest was deserted. Not desert, just empty. Not dessert, just empty. Friday. Today we had come to the edge of a huge cliff and looked out on the peaks of all of the flavors imaginable. Mountain mist, I cried. How beautiful. Suddenly the mist began rolling towards us at tremendous speed. Jack remained calm. A volcano, I think, he suggested. He was right. A sweet volcano was sending out clouds of the most delicious whipped cream. Each of us was able to get a fistful of it as it rolled past. Yummy, yum, yum. Saturday. Now here was a big surprise. We came to a rolling lake and it was hot. Why wasn't it frozen? Tom thought it must be a hot spring. I bet that ice-cream-berg is vanilla, said Jack, because this is chocolate sauce. But when he tried crossing the lake, his feet sank and we had to scrape chocolate off him up to his knees. Sunday morning. Were we all going mad, or did we really see what we thought we saw? Because these great lumps with cherries on top seemed to move, swaying in the ice cream breeze. They seemed to have mouths grinning at us. I thought I heard a voice whispering in my ear, "You eat us, we eat you. Only fair, isn't it? Ice cream giants have to eat something, and we can't eat ice cream, can we? We're no cannibals, so we'll eat you. Not just now, later. There's plenty of time." "I've had enough," said Tom, and the rest of us agreed, and so we hurried away. It was very comforting to see our blimp moored where we had left it nice and safe. "When we get aboard," said Tom, "I'm going to cook us a good dinner." I said, "Apple pie with ice cream?" Jack nearly screamed. "I never want to see ice cream again as long as I live. Terrible thing, ice cream. The most terrible thing in the world." Sunday night. So here we are sailing away through the night over the deep frozen ice cream hills. Tom gave us a big dinner. Sardines on toast and eggs and bacon and sausages and fried potatoes and apple pie. And as we were sighing with content after the meal, Jack said, "You know what I could eat now? A nice big scoop of ice cream." We all laughed, of course, and Tom said, "A good idea. Let's open up one of the containers." For we'd crammed 20 containers with different flavors to convince the people back home that we'd found ice cream growing wild in a strange and distant land. But when we opened them, there was nothing there. "They'll never believe us now," I sighed. And people would be right not to believe we had found the land where the ice cream grows. Not yet, anyway. Here we are, Jack and Tom and I, eating at Luigi's ice cream parlor, which he called Gelato Land. I have a blimp, but it's not big enough. Perhaps it will grow. And we do have one pair of dark goggles just in case. Tom and Jack and I aren't old enough to go flying off, but when we are old enough and rich enough, we'll go, and our adventures will be just as I've described them here. And if you don't believe my story, surely you'll believe my pictures?